Good everyone, good day's video. Today we have a review, well, and not a review. I don't know why I went to say review then. Probably because I've got spare reviews to record after this. A subscriber request for the Spitfire Mark 5B, requested by a guy named Calverton once again. The last request he made was for the combo request, wasn't it? I think it was the M4A4 SA50 and the French Hellcat, if I remember rightly. And today he's requested the Spitfire Mark 5B. Now, as you already know, I'm not the biggest fan of the Spitfire. Now, I know what you're thinking. Joe, you're British, and it's a British aircraft. Surely you should love it. The trouble is with me and the Spitfire is that, yes, this is an amazing aircraft, but at the same time, no one pays attention to the underdog, the Hurricane. And that's really what annoys me because if I remember rightly, I think if I remember the figures right, it was 80% of the air kills scored during the Battle of Britain was done by the Hurricane. It's something like 80% or 60%, one of the two, if I remember rightly. But yet the Spitfire was the poster child. And that's really what disappoints me about the Spitfire. But other than that, I really have no quarrels with this aircraft. In War Thunder, it flies excellent. It turns very nicely to the point where even some Japanese aircraft might have to think twice, except for the Zero. And just in general, the aircraft itself performs very nicely. The only trouble is allied teams. And that's really what limits the British aircraft and the US aircraft in their capabilities. Obviously, this is the 5B, and there are 4 Spitfire Mark 5s that you can unlock. Obviously, the last one being the 5C with the quad 20s. And then as you go higher and higher, you just get into the realms of 5.7, where even a legendarily powerful and greatly ridiculous Spitfire like this one still gets trounced by allied teams because they just go ahead and tanker trash. They bring out stuff such like Sea Furies and even Spitfires with bombs and stuff, and it's horrible to see it. I've even seen a bloody Hornet ground pounding at one point. It's just ridiculous that allied teams are becoming what they are. And that's why I really don't play British aircraft and US aircraft. It's why I'm going to probably grind some G at some point, get a couple of days worth of premium, and just get some allied stuff done. Because at least then I have a bonus towards the spading. And then it won't take as long, hopefully. But still, you lot was meant to get the 5C review because I was actually having that on the Spade, but unfortunately, I think it was when patch 1.95 dropped is when it killed off my Sterling replays and my Spitfire 5C, not the non-tropical is what I meant to say. I'd already done trop before I did, well, obviously started and everything. But the thing is that I was meant to do those, but obviously the patch killed them off, and I really don't want to take them out again because, well, allied teams. And let's be real, I'd probably just review one of the Sterlings, that being the Mark III, since that one has the better engines overall. Right, let's have a quick look. What B are we at? Looks like we're at a 4.0. Sorry, no, we're not. I think we're 4.3, so we are fully up tiered. Right, first of all, our guns split. No, they're not. Proves I haven't flown a Spitfire in a while. That's how you split your guns, by the way, folks, if I haven't shown you already. Very handy to split your guns with a Spitfire. Obviously, we're just 2 cannons, so you ain't really got the weight of shot, but if need be, I can dual fire. I have one finger on the left mouse button to fire the machine guns, and then I have the right mouse button to fire the 20 mils. Yeah, I haven't flown this Spitfire in an awful long time. Well, this one anyway, the 5B. I did spade it not long after it came out, because I realised that there was 2 new Spitfires. And I thought, well, I might as well unlock them and get them done, because, well, extra spades are always nice. And before I started this recording, I was coming upstairs and I thought, right, well, let's go upstairs and get these done. And next, I didn't realise where my left arm was, and I ended up whacking it into the banister on the flipping stair. And it's very likely I'm probably going to have a bruise there of where I whacked it. I whacked it hard enough. That's the trouble with me sometimes, I'm rather clumsy, so I do end up doing things like that. My arm's fine, luckily it's my left one. I'm glad it's... I mean, I'm sure there's going to be some comments from a certain Hellofo making jokes about it being... Oh, if it was the right arm, you wouldn't have a thingy for tonight, let's just say. But, yeah, he likes it when I make jokes like that, that's for definite. Right, HE111. Not bothered about that, to be honest, but if it's nearby, I might go for it, I don't know. I'll think about it. We've got a B-25 going in hot, we've got a Spitfire on the deck. And, oh god. I think we've got tanker trash, folks. I mean, we've got two 109s who actually know their craft. We've got a Spitfire and a flipping MB who actually know their craft. And then you got dinguses like 1, 2, 3, and 4. Flipping Tweedledee, Tweedledum, Tweedledum, well, Tweedledummer, and Tweedledummest. Like, seriously. And look at that, he's just charging right in. He's not paying attention to his surroundings. And the Spitfire's going for the one left. That's a H-16, mate. It can kill probably 2 bases, if that. Use some bloody common sense and leave the bomber alone. Oh dear Christ. I bet you got a crit as well. Surprisingly no, but we lost a B-25. I think we can guess where this is going. I think this is going to be a peed off Joseph 2000 2.0, since that's basically what this Spitfire is based on. It's basically a souped up 2B. Well, pretty much. But at least we can climb well. That's the one thing about the Spitfires. They do climb extremely well. And the 109 dove down to deal with the 238. To be honest, I don't blame him, because, well, it's 238. I think they're thinking level all 3 bases on this map, but then again, bases don't actually take up points on this map, if I remember rightly. So in terms of priority target, that guy there, the 109, is going to be priority, and that G55 is going to be priority. Because if that's a Series 1, that is a danger, and there's a Hitler bolt as well. That's going to be an also important target. If my voice sounds a bit croaky, I do apologise. I've not got corona, do not worry. I just have a bad voice today. That's better. Right. Well, the 217, that's probably an N. I'm not bothered about that. Let's get some airspeed, because it's quite clear my team are heading towards the enemy runway. Well, it seemed that way. He's being dealt with. There's a J87 ground pounding. A Italian Spitfire 5 has just killed the teammate in the P51, aka Tweedledummest. And he's just been shot down by the 888. In other words, we're going to have a bit of a clusterfuck here, I think. That Italian Spitfire is pretty important, but he's at low altitude. I'm not bothered about him at the moment. See if we can't lend my teammate a hand. We've also got to watch our wings, because, well, the Spitfire doesn't like sharp moves at high speed. She's a good dancer, but not when she's got a bit of wind in her sails, unfortunately. That's one. I decided to fire the cannons there. Sort of glad I did. That's the trouble, like, the 477s are good, but you really do need time on target, and at that point, I just couldn't. I couldn't take that risk. Okay, next target. We've got a 110F. I'm going to at least pester him. That's him dealt with. That was a friendly coming very close to me there, trying to steal the kill. That's another. Dude, you need to watch your fire. You really do. So where's that Italian Spitfire gone? That's my main worry. Has he been dealt with? Yes, he has. Perfect. Right. Mr. Wilhelm is up there. That's concerning, to say the least. Aha! There's one down there. It is a Stuka, but, well, most likely going to be the Stuka. So we've got the Stuka, we've got a 109, well, two 109s left, if I remember rightly. I might as well go over here and deal with the actual Stuka, because at this point, I mean, the top three are sharing all the kills for the team at the moment, so I might as well go deal with a target I can see, and that way you can't runway camp later on. We've got to watch the flak down here too. Yeah, not a bad result so far, that's for definite. I mean, 3 kills. Soon to be 4. If this Stuka doesn't waste me or something, which, knowing my luck recently, probably will. Let's have a look. What kind of Stuka is it? I reckon a D5, but you never know. It's fair, it's only the real D Stuka I can think of at this sort of BR. Yeah, it's a D5. Well, was a D5. Ow, and that was flag, and again, this guy's following me around! Of course, the AAA just had to smack me in the face, didn't it? But that's him dealt with. Right, I want to get revenge on the AAA gun that just shot my oil. Shove off. Flipping AAPs. I swear, AA is the most annoying thing in this game, other than runway campers. It honestly is. Right, you're the last one. I need ammo anyway. Screw you. Crosshair's coming in. What's he doing? He looks like he's lining me up. You know when you look at someone and they just look like they're about to line you up? They just look like that. Let's head back then. We've done our fair share for the team, so did Jack. I think he was in a... What was he in? He was in a Spitfire as well. Yeah, this has gone from what I thought was going to be a defeat to actually a good turnaround. Yeah, it does feel nice to fly a Spitfire again. It really does. Like, I don't fly them often, and it's not the plane's fault, but to me, I just prefer birds that like actually fight on good teams. I mean, this team's been all right. That I do have to say. This team's done well. And if we've not done like we took a couple of losses, some of which probably could have been avoided, but. I mean, the enemy team are on 2 planes left, so we'll just have to see. Yes, forgot to mention there will be another sub request today, which is I can't remember the guy's name, but I know, like, I'll look at my notes after this battle, but it's for a Val. It's for a Val. But obviously, you'll see that later. The last request I have after that is a KI 108 for now. Obviously, any additional requests obviously will not be mentioned because obviously I don't know of them at the time. So, there we go. And engine off. Not the most smoothest landing, but a landing nonetheless. So, I don't actually know where the last enemy is, and obviously the Spitfire is not the most versatile plane on this team. If anything, the P-61 and the Corsair are arguably the most versatile planes. Right, that's just activating an Avenger. And looks like we have what is potentially... Is he climbing away from the 109? Yes, he is. Okay then, let's get on the roll. Yeah, I don't know why this 5B's been, like, sniffing my arse most of the game. I don't get why. Is it maybe a subscriber? I don't know. Like, he's been rather close to my aircraft most of the game. I'm not worried about him, per se, but I'm just making the observation. Okay, so it appears that Tumentol is probably trying to climb to space. Judging by the fact that he's rather slow, I'm guessing he's running pods. It is very likely that is the case. So on that basis, I'm going to go hunting for Wilhelm. Right, well, since this is probably going to take a little while, I'll cut to the next piece of actual interesting moment. I will see you then. Well, you now join me back at 10,200 and something feet. We've located him by the means of an Avenger order after he shot down the friendly BF-109. So we're currently in pursuit of him. He'd managed to shoot down the 109, but the 109 on our team managed to take down his friend, so it's only him left now. Which is all nice and dandy. Well, he appears to be what can only be described as trying to run towards his runway, however he doesn't know I'm here, so there's that benefit. We'll have the benefit of a dive on him, so there's that luxury. Unfortunate though, obviously the Spitfire is an inline engine. The engine's an inline is what I really meant to say there. So we've got to watch AAA because, well... Right, how did you know I was coming? I mean, the Spitfire ain't that loud. He's proper turning that thing, isn't he? Jeez. I'd just love to know how he saw me coming, because that's not right. I had the engine at idle. Well, is that the ace? Yes it is. Lovely jubbly. I don't get that, because he normally shouldn't have heard me then. Weird, but ace in a day in the old Spitfire, I will take any day of the week. And that is GG. What's this guy doing? You've always got to watch your teammates, even if it's at the end of the game. Yeah, Spitfire 5B, first flight in a long time, and that is a win. Doing an old snap roll. 5 air, 4 ground. I will take that any day of the week. Okay, well, not a bad result if I do say so myself. I mean, to be brutally honest, I probably could have done that. I mean, I probably could have done that approach a bit better on that 109. But it's just unusual how he managed to hear me, yet the throttle was at 0. Maybe he heard like like when a plane dives and obviously the wind noise increases. He probably heard that, I don't know. But that's unusual because normally that trick works. So, I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys off. I'm going to go off and record the D3A1 and obviously the KI-108, which will come at some point. And also I have another 2 combo requests to do as well. So, it's going to get a bit hectic. But don't worry, I'll space it out with other things. Anyway, I'll see you all on the next one.